Guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'll be sharing with you 3 ways to make affirmations actually work. Now many times you'll hear of affirmations. Maybe you watched the movie The Secret and saw that it was something that could be a powerful thing. And these are going to be 3 things that I commonly see people doing affirmations but not getting the results, and if you make these little tweaks, it makes all the difference. Now these are also things that I've implemented that I found has much more power than the way of doing it before. And the common way that people do affirmations is almost like it's an empty statement. It's like they're reading something off a list and there's no emotion behind it, there's no feeling behind it. It's just literally saying like, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. And there's no influctuation to when they say it. And what I found is that putting emphasis in it, and the first one that I have is to make it more about the feeling than the actual words itself. Now think of it, the words themselves are just a symbol. They are a symbol that get us to feel a certain way, and the way that we influence our subconscious mind is through feeling, not just the words. Now understand that affirmations, and the whole purpose of affirmations, is to influence our subconscious mind, because the idea is that most of our life is ran by our subconscious mind, and the way that we influence it is through repetition. Now that is true, repetition does influence our subconscious mind, but the way and the language that our subconscious mind speaks in is in the language of feeling. So feeling bypasses the need for language and words and gets straight to the core of how our subconscious mind works. So more powerful than saying, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, is to actually feel that love and understand that the more that you focus on gratitude, the things that you're grateful for with yourself, the more that the feeling will begin to bubble up. Now also realize that you can put more fluctuation in it. Like even as I speak right now, the words have a little bit of ups and downs, and you can use the same type of process in the point of affirmation. So instead of saying, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, or I'm abundant, I'm abundant, I'm abundant, you can say that I love myself, I feel abundant. And as you do that, it will start to have a much stronger effect because it's bypassing the need for language and words, and it's getting straight to the core. So the more that you do this, the better it gets, the easier it becomes, but choose to focus on things you're grateful for. And the more that you do that, and the more that you say it in the right state of being, the more that you find it actually has an ability to influence you in a positive way. Now, the second way that you can make affirmations powerful is to look into a mirror while you do it. Now, especially when you're doing work where you're intending to change yourself from the inside out, when you look into a mirror, there's something about looking into your own eyes that gets more to the core of who you are. Now, even think about this with friends and family, even like a significant other, for example. When you are making deep eye contact with them, you can feel very connected to them. In the same way, if you make deep eye contact with yourself, you can start to see certain things bubble up. And even if you start to say that you love yourself looking in your own eyes, you might see that certain fears come up, that you feel a certain way, and maybe even negative emotion bubbles up. But the powerful part of that is you can then process it, you can then look at it and choose to let go of what doesn't serve you. You can work through it instead of trying to layer in something else on top of the way that you feel. Instead of trying to pile other stuff on top of it, you can transmute it from having it come up into you. So it's like almost like it goes from the subconscious to the conscious, and once you become aware of it, then you can actually change it or just simply let it go. So the powerful part of this is looking into a mirror, maybe for the first 5 or 10 minutes of your day. After you meditate or do whatever your morning practice is, go in front of a mirror and simply start to say things that you prefer about yourself and start to literally condition yourself for being a new type of way. Now remember that what we get in our life is not necessarily what we want, but always a reflection of who we are being. So focus on who you could become by anchoring in certain feelings into yourself, by looking into a mirror, and by combining the feeling as well with it. Now the third way involves understanding what are called incantations. Now incantations are very similar to the first way that I shared. It involves putting the feeling underneath it, but also understand that you need to make the affirmations present tense. What that means is simply, instead of saying, I will have I will have financial freedom, I will love myself, I will have a relationship. All of these things that say I will are affirming that they are not here already. So because of that, it's distancing ourselves from actually being that in the present moment, and therefore negating the actual experience being here now. So the key to affirmations is making it present tense and simply say, instead of I will, say I am. I am abundant. I am loving. I am in a relationship with myself. I am all of these different things, and as you begin to say those, you start to become it. So also infuse that with the feeling. The more that you feel it, the more closer you get to actually becoming who you prefer to feel, and then you start to actually condition it as to a part of who you are. So any of these three things can really help you start to become more of who you prefer to be. They can help you make affirmations actually work. Remember, it's not about the words, it's more about the feeling, and the more that you make it about the feeling in the present moment now, and you start to become who you prefer to be, the more you will actually start to feel the results. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, share it if you found it of value, and as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste. All right, bye.